You see me, Brian? Oh, yeah, you can hear me. Arte. Oh, okay, there we go, live. Thanks if you're with us, joining us here at the International Quilt Festival here in Houston. Carla's like, what? Oh man, I'm looking to do a good demo on this. So you can join me as we're going to go ahead and pitch this. Have they had a chance to quilt with the other one over there? Hi, Valerie. Has she had a chance to quilt with the other one over there, the 16? All right. She just wants to know more about the 16. So great. Let's get a couple people to help us out here. Hold on just a minute, Valerie, as we're working. Give me just a minute here. So as you're with me, hang on a second. We're going to have you there for just a minute. Stand on everybody. Let me get somebody to help Valerie. By the way, Valerie, for now, you go ahead and push that button. And I'm going to have you move that around for a little bit. And then when you're done, you can just push that back off. So get me find somebody takes. If you're joining us, we're excited to be here at the Houston show. It's been wonderful. We've had so many people. It's wonderful to see all of our fans and everybody else that has been joining us. Thanks for being here. If you're local, stop by. We have a free gift with demo. We also have a take and make area, and we have a panel if you want to have a chance to experience part of what that is. Valerie is using the 16X Elite that we're going to be doing a little bit of a demonstration on here shortly to show you a little bit more on how that works, get your hands on it. Be thinking of any questions that you might have, as I'm looking for somebody from Valerie. And you can see if you look to my left right here, you're right. More people running machines. So let's talk a little bit about the story on the 16 Elite, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll help her out here. But we've been really busy, so thanks for being with us. Thanks for your patience as well. The 16 series story, really briefly. We've had a 15-inch machine for quite some time. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with our 14 plus machine or our 15. We have a 15 we called R or a 15 Pro. Go ahead and list that down as well. That would be something that would be good. I'm curious to see how many people. Hey. The microphone's not working? Oh, hey. Give us some patience here. We're going to go in. Hey, Devin. It might be not the right settings because we're probably not using. Oh, we are using it. Let's check 1, check 2. Maybe give me another check on that one and see if that works. So maybe I'll charged up and we're going to be good with our streamer. Thanks for your patience and for walking through a few different things. Are we good? We're still there? Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, taking you sideways. Oh, what was that? Wow. That was me taking over the phone because I had to turn something off on the screen. And so with that, we're just going to go walk up. We're going to talk with Valerie a little bit and show you some of the features. And so if you can kind of watch me share some time with Valerie, we'll just do some things. So no, you're good. So Valerie, we're going to have you join part of us. We're streaming, talking to the world about this 16 series machines. Now over there, you were using the 19. And so she was using a quilting foot, which that means you can take kind of a thicker thread and then you can stow that down. This series machine, when we created this stemmed from our 15-inch machine. And on the left over here, you can see this home machine. So this is the Dookie. You can take any home machine and put them on these frames. What we found is that several customers, when they were quilting, wanted a little bit more space. What they wanted was what you notice is the stitch regulation. Let me ask, how did it move? Was it light to move? Was it very easy to move? Yeah, really easy. Yeah, really easy to move. One of the great things on these machines is they have these large bobbins. So if you look at that, they're about 3 times as large as the home machines. And when we quilt, what that helps us do is it lets us quilt for extended periods of time without having to stop and change that. And then with the machine, as we know, this particular machine will run pretty fast. What we have found is that when you move the machine over the surface, because it's more free, that we tend to do it just a little bit quicker than we do when we're pushing. Have you finished the quilt at home? And did you push it to the machine, and did you do straight lines, or did you do some decorations on it? And both straight lines. Mostly straight lines. And so if you're joining us, I'm curious to think that most people do straight lines. Usually that's because the quilt's pretty heavy. And if not, to move that is a lot harder than it is to move that machine straight through it. And what we have found is that if we're pushing and pulling, that actually is upside down and backwards to this motion. So this is like drawing, oh, we're out of bobbin. Let's go ahead and put some bobbin. So you're like, it's not working for me. Bobbins are incredibly easy to change. This 16 series has a light underneath it that helps us when we're looking underneath if we wanted to. I don't necessarily need to look underneath because I kind of know how this is done. So we're just going to pull out our bobbin. So we're going to take out our bobbin there, put in our next one. What we like to do is everybody's watching. We just like to do a quick check. What we want to do is see how this is coming down my hand. That's a little bit too tight, actually. We want this just to slightly stitch. So we want to know how we sit up. We don't want it to lift. So this is about right. So we're going to pull it again, and see how that pops out just a little bit. It's a little tight. We have a little screw. I'm just going to lightly loosen that just a little bit. We're going to do that one more time and see how that doesn't come out now. So that's a good set of tension. I'm just going to put this back underneath. When we put the bobbin in, we do not want to pull the lever. Some people do, and it might pop back out. What we want to do is we're going to listen for a click, and we put this back in here. And it's going to be hard for those. Did you hear that click there? That means it's now locked in place. Those who are going to watch this, don't be confused. This is what we do to take the thread from underneath. We're going to bring it up. We hold this thread, and we're going to use our needle up, needle down, and we're going to go down and up. Now we have that thread. So now I have both of them in my hand. If I'm going to start, I normally will just do a couple quick back and forth stitches to lock that in place. Some people like to put their needle down before we start quilting, and now we can turn it on, and then again we go ahead and move that around. And if you want, I'm going to let you kind of go ahead and continue with that. Let's round out the thread a little bit if you want to go ahead and move it. Keep it going. And one of the things is you'll notice, one of the things that a lot of customers love is we do have lights in the throat. The lighting down around the needle does a really amazing job at illuminating the fabric so that it's pleasant on the eyes. You'll notice that big screen on the 16 Elite. Our other 15 did not have this big screen. Kind of when I reached out and said, have you had or heard of the 14 Plus or the 15? We did come out with a 15 Pro that had a touchscreen, but all of our other machines did have an easy access screen. So that's one of the big differences on this particular screen is it increases to 7 inches, and we bring all of the touch features right to the screen. There are some really fun patented things, like if she was moving and she's getting close to the back, you can actually turn on a sensor that will warn us so that we don't bump the machine against our rails or run out of space in the front as well. There you go. Let's go ahead and keep it going. I'm going to loosen that up here. There you go. Look at her going, just doing some whirls, moving that around. It's incredibly light, easy to use. Smooth machine at 16 inches. It gives you quite a bit. I'm just going to hold up where you're good. I'm going to put that right there so you can just keep on going. So what we find is that the additional space on the machine, see right there, with the additional space on the machine, it gives us just a lot more quilting area so that we don't have to worry about fabric as much. So it makes it very easy to move the fabric. You'll notice that the handles that he's holding as well are ergonomically designed, and it makes it very easy to kind of hold on to those. You'll notice she's actually using her fingertips because it's so light, very easy to control. And on the handlebars, you'll notice that there's a bracket down on the right that allows us to extend the handlebars out so that if you're at the back of the frame, you don't have to lean over it as well. If you look up top on the back, you'll see that we actually have a bobbin winder on this. So you're good. So this is a built-in bobbin winder. This allows us to wind while separately from the machine, so it makes it very easy, and it's a high-speed bobbin winder, so we can wind all of our bobbins separately from the machine working as well. If you'll notice on the machine, you can see these printing. These are our threading guides. It makes it very easy to follow. We actually, on the 16 Elite, have a menu screen that also walks us through very easily how to do that same thing. So it makes it very easy to go ahead and thread the machine when you need to thread the machine. Ruler work, you can do ruler work to get a ruler base. You can add computer automation to the system. You can change stitch modes from the precise to the cruise. We have basting as a function and manual as a function as well. And so what we have found is that a lot of the individuals that have been looking at using their home machines, like if you're a quilter, we're looking at something without feeling like I'm over committing to quilting. And so this is the perfect machine for somebody who's getting into quilting and wants wants just the convenience of more space. You're not having to struggle. You want the convenience of the motion by moving the machine over the surface. You're wanting stitch regulation. You're wanting the big bobbin. You're wanting those bigger screens. This is a perfect way to move into it without feeling like you're going to have to commit to what we have behind me. Behind me, we have the 19s and the 21s. Great machines, similar functions. We often have quilters tell us, I feel like I'm going to have to justify new quilts for others. You don't. You can still buy those and just using them for you at home. But the 16 finds a really, really great spot. Machines on sale for $4,999. This can be found with dealers as well. So if you log on to dealers, all the dealers' websites, anybody you type in Quilting 16X or the X series, you'll find it's on sale for $4,999. That does include a frame of choice. So this is unique. We have the Q Zone hoop frame and the Q Zone queen frame that come free with that purchase on that machine. Now, we do have, and we did a demonstration yesterday on the 16X, a little less expensive. It doesn't stitch quite as fast, but it's on sale for $4,499. We actually have the manual machine, which can be upgraded with stitch regulation later. But the manual's on sale for $3,499 with the frame as well. So you can get into this mid-arm category. So you can get into a 16-inch machine with all those adjustments, with the throat lights, with a great stitch, and all of that can be had at $3,499. Again, I would recommend if you're joining us or if you're watching this, reach out, look at typing in the Gray Spring Unique Machine. We have several dealers that are also running these show specials live as well. If you're here at the show, stop on by, get your hands on them. Gives you a great chance to kind of experience them in person and see what it might be to fit in your home. This is interesting. This is a little bit of a smaller frame, but you can still do size quilts. So we have the big frames. You can put this on a big frame, but you can keep it on those smaller frames as well in your own home or your space. Do we have any questions coming up? If you do, feel free to reach out with a question. I'm going to kind of just turn us over here. Again, I know this is a little bit of a different machine, but this is kind of the step up. This is the 19 series machine. So I just want you to see that this machine is a little bit bigger, a little bit different. Looks pretty similar. And I just am showing you because these same handles and these same screens are what we had taken and what we had moved over to the 16 series machine sets. I'm going to have you stay with me. Allie, do you have some, I'm going to have you help. We're going to go ahead and can have you, if you're good, I'm going to get you a sheet of paper. Will you get her a sheet of paper for this to have her take with her? You're okay? Yes, if you can take that and have some information with her. Thanks. And there you go. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Well, there we go. We got Allie to go help her out. Thanks again. Appreciate her patience. Thanks for your patience as we're working through another crazy day, which is really awesome. So if you're in the area, come see all the beautiful quilts. If you're in the area, come and get a demo for a free gift. If you're with us online, take advantage of our social specials that are running right now with all of our dealers. Buy a machine, get a free frame. If you already have a frame, buy a machine. We're going to give you a free light bar as well that helps you illuminate your area. And our 16X Elite series, what I like to talk about is we've had over 35 years of experience. We have thousands of hours of engineering, and what I love to say is tens of thousands of customer touch points where we've been able to have and meet with you at shows, where you've had a lot of our products, and all of that we feel really has helped us elevate and shift the experience for quilters with this new mid-arm machine. If you're going to go out there and look, I would encourage you look at what competitors have around the 15 or 16-inch mark. I would love you to come back, but you're going to find that there is not another machine that has the amount of features, those adjustable handles, throat lights, the larger touchscreen, the variations in their stitch modes, low-cost automation as an add-on, and the kind of feel that you're going to get like we have in the unique the 16X series of machines. Ultimately, our goal is to help you make quilting easier. So we're looking to have you in your space, do a little bit more with all those unfinished quilts you might already have, or those fabric stats. Today, earlier, lady said she had 2 rooms of fabric. She has, in essence, fabric shops in her home. So one thing we can do is help you maybe quilt a few more of those, especially for this holiday season as you're looking to give a gift of love. Just making it a little bit easier by bringing in a mid-arm machine and make quilting fun and easy. You can add automation. Automation is on sale at 20% off, starting at right around $4,000. So that combo, I'll just throw this out there, $4,999 with automation is just under $9,000 for a fully automated 16-inch machine on one of the Q Zone frames or the QD frame. Thanks for joining us again. I'm Nathan here live. We're going to continue to do and connect with you throughout the day tomorrow, and also Sunday. So thanks for joining us live at the Houston International Quilt Festival. add this, slide that down.